بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى باركت على محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and praise him for this opportunity. The peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon our noble messenger, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, his family and his noble companion. Inshallah, we will continue with question and answer session. But before then, we welcome our viewers around the world. I greet you with the best of greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The first question, inshallah, I will address today is a question asked by someone who is asking if a person can a person fast if they get a blood transfusion in the hospital? If someone is going to get blood transfusion in a hospital, things that can invalidate someone fast are things of nutritional value. Getting someone blood and add to somebody blood, that has a lot of nutritional value because blood contains a lot of nutrients. It contains water, it contains vitamins, it contains other minerals and so on. So it has definitely a nutritional value. So to answer this question, I will say no. If someone is planning to get a blood transfusion, say tomorrow, for whatever reason, say like he is anemic or she is anemic, the plan will be not to fast that day and then do the fast the day after. The other question that someone may ask along the line with it, if I am fasting and I get blood transfusion, do that invalidate my fast? Yes, indeed, yes. It will invalidate someone fast because you get something of nutritional value. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the next question, someone is asking, he's taking regular medication, can he still fast? Well, I think it will be a little bit difficult to answer this because regular medication could be as vague as someone can imagine. I'm not sure what regular medication could mean, but if I will put the question in a context of both disease and disease management, assuming like someone is having, assuming like someone is having hypertension, hypothetically, someone is having high blood pressure and they happen to be on medication that they have to take 3 times a day. They have to take one in the morning, they have to take one in the afternoon, and they have to take one in the evening. So the question could mean that, can someone like that fast? I think it's possible for someone who's taking a medication that break down into different frequencies. Someone can indeed fast. How can that work? I'm not saying to fast and escape the medication. But my recommendation here is, while you have that hypertension and or any condition that may warrant you to be taking medication at various times during the day, my advice will be prior to Ramadan, discuss that with your healthcare providers. Why? Because medicine had advanced today that same medication that you take in 3 times a day, likely there should be an option that you can take it only twice a day, meaning you can take it when the time for suhoor comes, and then you can take it when the time comes for you to break the fast. So it is possible. Again, this has to be individualized. You have to discuss those options with your primary care provider. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next question in this series is about breastfeeding. Someone is asking, does a breastfeeding woman have to fast? Islamically, the answer is no, and she needs to follow up with the Islamic scholars to be able to give the option on how she can replace those fasts. But from medical perspective, she cannot fast because we need to understand. I mean, a breastfeeding woman, the food that the child will get is as a result of what she has in terms of water, in terms of other calorie that she needs. Well, we all know that someone who is fasting is deprived of calorie and is also deprived of water. So ultimately that will have a negative consequences, not only on the mom, but only on the baby that she is feeding. And Islam, as we mentioned before, is easy religion. Anything that can cause harm, if you look at it thoroughly, Islam has taken precaution, so we don't have to take that path. So the answer again is no. However, as I mentioned, she needs to touch bases. She or he has to touch bases. If it's the husband who asks the question, they need to touch base with the people who have Islamic knowledge to guide them on the proper way to be able to replace those missing fasts, inshallah. The next question is about a Muslim taking tablet, injection, inhaler, or patches while fasting. Injection of nutritional value will invalidate fasting. When I say of nutritional value, there is there is many type of injection, but when you talk about injection, like someone taking insulin, or someone taking an injection for amoxicillin, that will be different than someone taking an injection of dextrose, which is basically sugar concentrate. That will be different than someone taking glucagon, or something of this nature, because those have nutritional value. Not to mention that if someone is taking tablet, you are on blood pressure medication and you're supposed to take 3 times a day. So a time for zuhur you get water and you take the tablet, you swallow it. Even if you swallow it without water, that definitely invalidates your fasting. So I can categorize the answer. Those who are taking tablet are not to be taken while fasting. They can break somebody's fast. Injection, as I mentioned, it's relatives. You have to categorize that. Meaning, if you take an injection of nutritional value like dextrose, that definitely will invalidate your fasting. However, if you are someone who are to take amoxicillin for whatever reason, or Cephan for whatever reason, injectable, that has no nutritional value. Or if you are someone who has to have an intradermal, say like TB, skin test to be done. Those obviously, most of the scholars are of the opinion it will not invalidate someone fast. The rest of the question address issues like inhaler, patches, ear, and eye drop. Those are not food containing or drug or drink related type of medication. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam, but those, most of the scholars and the medical community are in agreement that eye drop, ear drop, and or patches, like if I'm taking fentanyl for pain, or some kind of Duragesic or anything of this nature, the scholars are in agreement that those will not invalidate someone fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam. Again, the key here is, if you are sick and you feel like fasting is likely going to impact your sickness even worse, discuss that with your provider, discuss that with the scholars of Islam, inshallah. Someone asked a question about dehydration, so severe that one has to break his fast. Could dehydration be that severe? Subhanallah. It reminds me an experience we had with one of my brother-in-law. We were in Mecca one Friday, and it was very, very sunny, and we decided to make tawaf after Juma, and therefore he gets so dehydrated. I was laughing at him. He said, Brother Musa, if we will add one more, I will have to drink water, and this will be the best option. Subhanallah, dehydration can indeed be so severe. If you have someone who start getting dizzy, his heart is racing, he doesn't know where he is, he doesn't recognize his surrounding, he faint, he pass out. It highly recommended that we break his fast, get him some water to drink or something of this nature. If he is on the floor, get his legs up and lower his head, so likely he can get proper perfusion to his brain, and take him to the nearest emergency room. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.